What is up, ladies and gents of the Colony High School, Cougar Nation? I am David Leerssen, your sports aficionado, and I am here to give you all the news about sports around the world, both high school, pro, and of the Colony High School. Alrighty, well, to get us started, we're going to be talking about young kids around the world and what they're doing. Lexi Thompson is in the news. She's a 16-year-old golfer, and she has just admitted that she is going to be joining the LPGA for the full season next year. Ohio player in college and high school football was sitting on the sidelines for the game, and on the sideline he put a tack inside his receiver's glove and shook players of 27 hands, causing all 27 to go get tetanus shots at an Ohio hospital. I notice I'm a little sick right now.
That's unsportsmanlike.
An 11-year-old football player, Demise Jimerson, was banned from scoring touchdowns in an Alabama football league because he's too awesome. Makes me feel a little bad about myself. I can't even make varsity football, and this little kid isn't even allowed to score a touchdown because he's so good. Moving on to the pros, we got an NFL quarterly analysis. It has been 4 weeks of the NFL out of 16. Out of the NFC East right now, we got Washington and New York battling for the top spot. Washington's playing a little more defensive style ball, and New York on the offensive side. NFC North, we got Green Bay and Detroit tied for the lead right now. Also, the only two undefeated teams left in the league. Most Dallas area fans know Detroit for their awesome fourth quarter comeback, and if people haven't seen Green Bay much this year, they've been dominating everybody.
Go Packers.
Go Bears. The NFC West, we got San Fran coming out of a really weak division. They are 3-1. Their only loss coming to the Cowboys. The rest of the division is pretty weak overall. NFC South, we got Tampa Bay and New Orleans, both at 3-1. New Orleans is a lot offensive again, like New York, and Tampa Bay plays more of the defensive style. AFC East, we have a tie between Buffalo and New England, which Buffalo has the tiebreaker in that one. As you know, Buffalo upset New England 2 weeks ago. Their first loss coming to Cincinnati this weekend. AFC North, we have Baltimore at 3-1. What's normally known as one of the toughest divisions in football has been a little weak this year, with Pittsburgh coming in at 2-2 after making the Super Bowl last year. AFC West, we have San Diego at 3-1, which is not a shock to anybody in one of the weakest divisions in football. And the AFC South, to round it all up, we have Houston and Tennessee tied also at 3-1. Houston, a big surprise out of that league this year, with Peyton Manning on the sidelines in Indiana. Baseball playoffs. I know we got a lot of Rangers fans around here. I personally am a Cardinals fan. We've got Game 5 tomorrow night, Friday, against Philly. Big upset on the way. Texas handled up on Tampa Bay, winning 3-1. They are moving on to the ALCS for the second year in a row. New York is looking to beat Detroit at home tonight. They are going to play at 7 o'clock, and that will be to see who plays Texas. And finally, we have Milwaukee and Arizona. They are tied at 2-2 as of last night, going back to Milwaukee for Game 5 on Friday. NBA lockout is in full effect. They've canceled all the preseason games, all the off-season workouts. Regular season's most likely going to be cut down right now. They're looking at a 50-50 agreement where the owners and players would make the exact same amount. Probably not going to happen. We see Kobe Bryant, he's signed in overseas. A lot of major players are going overseas. Tony Parker, smaller players like Delonte West are signing on for some small jobs. I saw he was driving trucks in the off-season. And now we close it up with the Colony High School news, in case all y'all didn't know. TCHS lost, sadly, to Little on 31-17 last week. A little interesting information. There was 27 rushes for -1 yards. This is according to maxpreps.com. In 3 losses, we only have 157 rushing yards, but in 3 wins, we have 909 rushing yards, a little over 300 yards a game. What this translates to is when we're running the ball well, we're winning the games. 300 rushing yards a game is a lot for any team. 157. That's only 50 rushing yards a game. That's not much. So we got to get the ball on the ground if we want to beat Lake Dallas tomorrow night. Lake Dallas is a pass-heavy team. They average 325 yards per game. They're also 3-3 like us. And what we need to look out for is Dalen Williams. Their dual-threat quarterback leads the team in passing and rushing. Last weekend, we also had the TCHS cross-country meet. We were the first time we have ever hosted one of those meets. Little shout-out here to Blake Anderson, got 3rd place in the boys division, 5K, and Adela Silva, who got 7th place in the girls 5K division. And that is all we have for this week. Tune in next week for more sports update with David Leerssen.